Welcome to Zaleski Sports. Now for Game 2 at the Athens Baseball Sectional between Rib Lake and Edgar. Take a quick look at the starting lineups here. Batting first for Rib Lake, Slade Scheitauer. Batting second, Seth Borkhart, the center fielder. Third, Talon Scheitauer, the pitcher. Catching, Ethan Cook, and batting cleanup. Batting fifth, first baseman Brady Heiser. Sixth, the designated hitter, Brevin Brommer. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Blake Henderson. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Tyler Mataika. And batting last, Lucas Cook, the left fielder. The starting pitcher today for the Edgar Wildcats is Jace Affelback, catching Gavin Maurer. First, Fletcher Weiland. Second, Lucas Stonke. Short, Leighton Schuett. Third baseman, Sawyer Weiland. And in the outfield from left to right, Brock Maurer. Dakota Ellenbecker, Will Hackle. Edgar comes in today with a 16-7 record, 8-2 in conference. Winners of the Merwood South take on the winners of the Merwood North in Rib Lake. Coming in today, 18-5, 9-1 in conference. In Game 1, Sullen Springs Northwood took the win 8-6 over Washburn. So the winner of Game 2 here has a date with Sullen Spring Northwood Co-op. Pitching matchup today, Talon Scheitauer versus Jace Affelback. This is Dan Lau on the call for Game 2. Katie Lecton, my producer, she called Game 1. Thank you for watching our Brickner Motor Lil Chicago pregame show. Introductions going on right now for Edgar. The starting laps are brought to you by Associated Bank, where in every market they serve, Associated Bank is committed to uplifting colleagues, customers, and communities to be stronger. We'll listen to a quick message from our pregame sponsor, and we'll be right back for sectional baseball Game 2 in Athens on Zaleski Sports.
And get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. Lineups are still underway. Edgar getting introduced. And we will listen to our, I believe they're going to do another, yeah, they're doing another national anthem. due up for Rib Lake to start the game. Slade Shytower, Seth Borkhart, and Talon Shytower. Starting lineups brought to you by Associated Bank, where in every market they serve, Associated Bank is committed to uplifting colleagues, customers, and communities to be stronger. Taking the hill for the Wildcats, Jace Affelbach. The ace for the Merriwood South winning team. He is 6-1 on the year with 45 innings pitched, a 1.56 ERA. Again, winners of both sides of the Merriwood matching up here in Athens. These two met back on April 8th, very early in the year. Edgar took a win, 9-3. But again, that was months ago now, and much has changed. Each team has played a lot since then, and this could be a very, very different outcome. Could be a lot closer game. Now looking at how each team got here, Edgar winning 9-1 over Clear Lake and 12-8 over McDonald Central brought them here, earned them the regional title. And Rib Lake beat Spencer 8-1 and Loyal 8-5. Loyal had a very good year in the Clover Belt. They were undefeated for a good portion of the year. Again, in Game 1, Northwood Soling Spring took the win 8-6 over Washburn. So the winner will face them in the approximate time of 4 p.m. That will likely be pushed back as we're already half hour behind schedule. That game did take a little longer. And stepping up for the first pitch of Game 2, Slade Shytower, the shortstop for Rib Lake. Affelbach delivers a pitch high and is hit out into left field and caught for the first out of the game. One pitch, one out. Bring up Seth Borkhart, center fielder. Count 1-0, and that's ruled high. 2-0 to Borkhart. And he takes another ball, 3-0. Another take, 3-1. Borkhart batting .349 this year. A significant step up from the previous 2 years he's played for Rib Lake. A very good batter, and he draws a walk. First man on base of the game. Bringing up the starting pitcher for Rib Lake, Talon Shytower. So Affelbach will be working from the stretch. Looks back at Borkhart and delivers. That's grounded to short, over to second, and he was unable to grip the ball to make the relay over to first, but they do get the lead runner out. The 6-4 put out, 2 down. Shytower reaching on fielder's choice. Bring up Ethan Cook, the catcher. Lakewood Credit Union is proud to serve the greater Rib Lake community with checking and saving accounts, flexible loan option for life's needs, and convenient mobile banking. Lakewood Credit Union, local banking with the personal service you know and love, federally insured by the NCUA, equal opportunity lender. That offering is low from Affelbach, 1-0. That was a routine double play situation, but I think Lucas Stonke just couldn't grip the ball as he attempted to make that throw over to first, and that's ripped up the middle. 2 aboard now for Rib Lake. Bring up Brady Heiser, the first baseman. He is the leader in runs batted in for the Redmen. 32 on the year, and he has the lone home run for the team. Looking at Affelbach, he has 55 strikeouts on the year, 16 walks. He's going with heavy on the eye black today. That is low, 1-0 to Heiser. So Shytower on first, who reached on fielder's choice, and Cook on first with that single, and Shytower on second, who reached on fielder's choice. 2 down, 2-0 to Heiser. And that hits the zone, 2-1. Rib Lake with the maroon uniforms, the RL on the chest with the white pants. And this is hit to short and flipped over to second for the 3rd out. 1 walk, 1 hit, 2 left on bottom of the 1st coming up on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. This game is brought to you by Medford Motors, now offering mobile service. We come to you, service your vehicle, and we'll be on our way. Complimentary mobile service visit with purchase of eligible parts and labor for the rest of 2025. Edgar sending up Stonke, Affelbach, Ellenbecker here in the bottom of the 1st inning. Your starter for Rib Lake, Talon Shytower, comes in with a 7-3 record, 57 1/3 innings pitched, and a 1.71 ERA. The ace of this Redmond staff. 75 strikeouts on the year. They're 9-1 in conference play. At first pitch is high, 1-0. Stonke, the second baseman. Edgar today with the dark green uniforms with the white pinstripes, white pants. Both times I had seen them this year, I think they were in the yellow tops. And that's up near the head, 3-1. Stonky draws the walk, bringing up the pitcher, Jace Effelback. That throwback, not in time. Game 1. The pitcher's settling into the game in a big situation as it is sectional play. Could be some nerves to start the game. There were a lot of full counts early in that Solon Springs Washburn game. And of course, as many small schools are aware of, these sectionals are typically harder for them as they don't have as much day to advance to state. And that's another walk from Shy Tower. Runners on first and second now, bringing up Dakota Ellenbecker. Nobody out. When you need professional auto service, look no further than J&P Auto Repair in Rib Lake. J&P Auto Repair congratulates Brady and the Rib Lake team and coaches on a great season. You make your community proud. Ellenbecker, the center fielder, now batting. Count 1-0, and that's high, 2-0. Ellenbecker has 2 home runs on the season, batting .392. And 13 runs batted in. And another 3-0 count from Shy Tower. And that throw may have been in time, but not thrown cleanly. Stonky able to slide back into second safely. And that's outside. Another walk to load up the bases. A big opportunity now for Edgar. They find themselves bases loaded, and they haven't even had to put a ball in play. Bring up Leighton Shuett, the shortstop. And that's inside, 1-0. I believe Shy Tower has thrown 1 strike in this inning. And he finds the inside corner there, 1-1. And that's a swing and a miss. Good crowd here this afternoon. The whole third baseline littered with fans. And this is hit down to third. Out at third. Safe at first, and a runner scores. Stonky in safely. 1-0 Edgar with runners on first and second. So Shuett reaches on the fielder's choice. Bring up Gavin Maurer, the catcher. That's up near the head, 1-0. As a Twins fan, I can say great name for a catcher, Maurer. And he hits it down to short. throw, not in time. Bases loaded now, but nice scoop by Heiser, not allowing that low throw to get by and potentially result in another run. So another bases loaded situation for Talon Shytower on the mound. 3 walks, a fielder's choice. And I'm not sure if they'll rule that last one an error or not. I think with the speed he had, I think he was making first regardless. Because it's kind of a slow rolling hit that that Ellenbecker even had to jump over when he was running down to third. Count now 1-1 to Sawyer Weiland, the third baseman. High and inside, 2-1. And that's down the heart of the plate. 2-2 to Weiland. Edgar would love to put up a crooked number here in the bottom of the first inning. Weiland finds himself with a full count. 1 down, bases loaded. And that's another walk from Shytower. This time a run batted in from Weiland. That is Ellenbecker scoring. Bringing up Fletcher Weiland, the first baseman. Still just 1 out. That finds the zone for a strike, 0-1. That's in there as well, 0-2. First time Shytower has found himself ahead 0-2 in a count. And that's a big cut and miss from Fletcher Weiland for the strikeout. That's a Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. So bases still loaded, 2 down for Brock Maurer, the left fielder. That was a big strikeout from Shytower. He had been struggling to throw strikes early in this one, and nice 3-pitch strikeout to get his second of the inning. Now he's just 1 away from getting his team back into the dugout and ready to hit. And that's hit down to third. Throw over to second to end the inning. Edgar 2, Rib Lake 0, top of the second, coming up on Zaleski Sports.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. Sorry for any technical difficulties that we may be experiencing, but you didn't miss any batters. It is Brevin Brahmer at the plate. Finds himself down 1-2 in the count. Edgar up 2-0 here in the top of the second inning. Thank you, Jim, watching from Denver. Not Denver, Colorado. Denver, North Carolina. I was about to say Denver, Colorado. And that's a called third strike, a Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro. For the number one choice in cleanup and restoration, serve pro like it never happened. That is the first strikeout of the game from Jace Effelbach. One down, bringing up Blake Henderson, the right fielder. Pregame Insurance is a third-generation family-run independent insurance agency. We're here to protect the things that matter to you most with high-quality insurance and personalized options at affordable prices for your individual or business needs. Pregame Insurance, proud to be part of the Edgar community. 1-1, and that's chopped foul. 1-2 now to Blake Henderson, the right fielder for Rib Lake. Other D4 action that we are bringing you today is Pacelli and Gibraltar. Gibraltar, Washington Island up 2-0 right now in Plover. 2-2 is the count. We also have Highland and Boscobel. Highland up 8-2. Full count now to the number 7 hitter in Henderson. And well, liner right back to Effelbach. Nice heads up play by him. Now 2 down, bringing him Tyler Mataika, the second baseman of the Redmen. Effelbach delivers, and that's fouled away. And this is hit, and it lands fair down the first baseline. That's a single from Mataika, bringing up Lucas Cook, the left fielder. It's high 50s, low 60s this afternoon in Athens. I wouldn't call it raining earlier, but there was some, maybe a little sprinkling going on every now and then, but nothing too heavy. Hopefully we avoid any rain today. 0-1 now to Cook. And that's low, 1-1. And that curveball got Cook. Now 1-2. Rib Lake, of course, quite familiar playing here in Athens. Another Marewood North team coming here every year. I'm assuming Edgar plays them a fair amount in crossover play, and that is fouled away. 2-2 to the number 9 hitter. And that finds the strike zone. Another looking strikeout from Effelbach. You're watching Sectional Baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Sheds Delivered.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Ruth Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. Top or bottom of the second inning. Hackle, Stonky, Affelback due up for the Edgar Wildcats. They lead 2-0. Shy Towers offering in there, first strike, 0-1. And that is hit into shallow. Actually, that goes out of play. Fouled away, 0-2 to Hackle. Hankey Oil has been proudly serving the Rib Lake area since 1954. Get quality fuels for your farm, home, and forestry needs at Hankey Oil. Wishing the Rib Lake baseball team the best of luck in today's game. Or games plural for Rib Lake. But they find themselves down 2-0 to Edgar. 1-2 now to Hackle. And that's a called third strike. Scheitauer with a looking K of his own for 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Bringing up the top of the order, Lucas Stonky walked and scored last inning. And that's a ball, 1-0. This is hit down to second. And that throw is dropped by Heiser. Stonky will reach on E3. Bring up Jace Affelback, who walked last inning. That's a ball that should be caught by Heiser. The throw, yeah, a little high. But he is a tall first baseman, and it just went through his glove and out. Now 1-0 to Affelback. Big cut. Foul tip, 1-1. And another one fouled away. Scheitauer already doing a better job this second inning, getting ahead in the count. Found himself down 2-0, 3-0 multiple times last inning. Now 2-2 in this pitcher-to-pitcher matchup. Two aces of the staff going at it. This is hit into the hole, stopped, and that ball's thrown away. Ball thrown away again, but Stonky not going to try for home. He's down to third. Affelback heads up running down to second. Now 2 in scoring position. That ball thrown away by Slade Scheitauer. from short to second, allowing the runners to advance. And we'll see if Rib Lake is going for an early pitching change. There's a lot of managing to be done in a doubleheader like this, trying to figure out, okay, if we win, we can save one of our guys for game 2, because pitching is a premium for a lot of smaller schools, as this is D4 baseball, and it really tests each team's ability and like who has the pitching to survive and make it to state. Chi-Tower is staying in. But that's what we saw last game with Washburn. They let 2 pitchers go about 50-ish pitches. I'm guessing the reasoning was, well, we can use these guys in game 2. Washburn was down 5. They tied it up at 6 and then surrendered 2 runs to Solon Springs Northwood, who eventually won 8-6. 1 down, 2 on for Dakota Ellenbecker. He walked and scored last inning, and that's hitting the hole. 1 in. That's Shuit crossing home. RBI single from Ellenbecker. That brings up, sorry, that was Stonky scoring. Leighton Shuit now at bat. He knocked in a run on a fielder's choice last inning. And he has runners on the corners here. Another opportunity to plate a runner. That's low, 1-0. And Ellenbecker scampers down to second. And that gets past the catcher. Affelbach slipping on the play. Able to get back down to third. I don't think he was going to go, even had he not slipped. Cook did a pretty good job of getting to that ball. A lot of room here between home and the backstop. And this is hit down third. Throw over to first in time for the out, but Affelbach scores on the play. Another RBI for Shuit. Now 2 down, Gavin Maurer singled in the first. Edgar puts up another 2 spot so far in the inning. They're now lead 4-0. Ellenbecker on third. And that is fouled away, 0-1. That's high, 1-1. Just a bit outside, 2-1. Now to Maurer. Another high pitch, 3-1. And he draws the walk. Now runners on the corners for Sawyer Weiland. He walked in the first inning. Edgar, of course, primarily known as a football powerhouse, but they've had a few good years in a row now in baseball. And the throw down to second allows for Ellenbecker to score. Gavin Maurer even disrupted the play a little. Not intentionally, I think, but when he slid in there, they bobbled the baseball and weren't able to even get a throw down to the catcher. 5-0 now Edgar. That finds the play. 0-2. And this is lifted high into center. Ranging over and catching it to end the inning is Borkhardt. Edgar plates 3 more runs. They now lead 5-0. Sectional Baseball is brought to you by Sheds Delivered.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Welcome back to Athens for Sectional Baseball Game 2. Edgar 5, Rib Lake 0. This one is brought to you by Stratford Plumbing and Heating. At Stratford Plumbing and Heating, your comfort and convenience is their top priority. They service all brands and do complete furnace and air conditioning installation with professional service to Stratford, Marshfield, and the surrounding areas. Call Stratford Plumbing and Heating today, your home comfort experts. Rib Lake is setting up the top of the order. Shutout, Borkhardt, Shutout. Over in Plover at Memorial Park, Gibraltar, Washington Island, and Pacelli tied up at 2. Lena took the first game, so the winner will face them. And over in Blair Taylor, Highland leads Boscobel 9-2. And should they win, which it looks like they will as the 7th inning, they will face Pittsville. I know we have another game going on in Stevens Point. Hudson took game 1 over Chippewa Falls. Right now is DC Everest and North. Eau Claire North playing. 1-0 now to Slade Shutout. 0 for 1 today. DC Everest leads 1-0 over Eau Claire North over in Stevens Point. They hope to join DC Everest softball to clinch a state berth. DC Everest softball picking up their first ever trip to state. 3-0. That finds the strike zone. 3-1 now to Shutout. And Shutout was set on that being a walk. Has to take back the bat flip. Now full count. Affelback versus Shutout. Affelback nods to the catcher and delivers. That half swing bloops into right center for a single. Bring up Seth Borkhardt. Walked back in the first inning. Another bloop single for Rib Lake on that stay alive half swing by Shutout, which found its way into the outfield. This gets past Maurer and he scampers down to second. Riblake certainly wants to respond here after surrendering 5 through the first 2 innings. Prefer not to let this one get out of hand. That's low and in the zone, 1-1. Down the heart of plate, 1-2. Affelback had a couple looking strikeouts back in the second inning. 2 on the day for the star Edgar pitcher. And that one was close. 2-2 to Borkhardt. He stays alive, fouling it away. High and outside, full count now to the number 2 hitter. And that's hit over the head of Stonke. Now runners at the corners. Bring up Talon Shytower. Nobody out, 2 on. Best chance Riblake has had today, and it'll be a meeting at the mound for Edgar. Connor Hendrick talking it over with the Wildcats. Cropping Central is your Pioneer Seed sales representative in Edgar. They are committed to helping customers maximize yields by offering premium products and knowledgeable service. Cropping Central in Edgar. Talon Shytowers 0 for 1 today, reaching on fielder's choice. He finds himself in a big situation here for the Redmen with runners on the corners, nobody out. And they want to eat into this Wildcat lead. And that's low, 1-0. Swing and miss on the breaking ball, 1-1. Thank you all for watching today. A lot of good sectional baseball on the Zaleski Sports Network. This is grounded to second. Out at first, and Riblake plates their first run of the ball game. Slade Shytower scoring. One down, runner on second for Ethan Cook. That hits the inside corner, 0-1. Cook is 1 for 1 today with a single. And he bites on that high heat. Can't catch up to it, 0-2. And that's a called third strike from Affelback. his third of the ball game. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. 2 down, runner on second for Brady Heiser. Again, the team leading RBI man for Rib Lake. 32 on the season. That's low, 1-1. Heiser's 0 for 1 today. Chopped foul, 1-2. In the dirt outside, 2-2 to Heiser. Nice job by Maurer stopping that one. Not allowing Borkhardt to reach third base. Full count to the first baseman. And that's a called third strike to end the inning. A couple more strikeouts from Affelbach, but Rib Lake gets their first run. They now trail 5-1. Bottom of the third coming up after this. This game is brought to you by Sheds Delivered.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Give Dad the ultimate gift this Father's Day with Skill Power Tools from Menards. They're built for power, precision, and portability. From drills and drivers to sanders and saws, Skill delivers advanced performance and durability with the convenience of cordless technology. Plus, the PowerCore 20 battery powers every Skill 20-volt tool for ultimate versatility. Get this Skill 20-volt cordless drill driver kit for $64.96 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. Due up for Edgar, Fletcher Weiland, Brock Maurer, Will Hackle. Shytower looking in, and this is hit out into left, and that's a misplay out in left. And sliding into second is Fletcher Weiland. We'll have to rule that a double, but that certainly was misread by Cook. He came in and the ball sailed over his head. Now Edgar with an early runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the third. Bringing up Brock Maurer, the left fielder. Your diesel doctor in Edgar is ELM Repair. Family owned and operated, they are a full service diesel repair shop from pickup trucks to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, they can repair it. ELM Repair of Edgar. There looks to be a pinch runner for Edgar, that being Alex Schneider for Weiland. Count now 1-1 to Maurer. Hit past Shytower, and reaching is Brock Maurer. Runners on the corners now. I think that'll also have to be ruled a hit. Kind of hit into no man's land, and Shutout had to try to make the play himself coming off the mound. That brings up Will Hackle, 0 for 1 with a looking strikeout. And this is bunted down the third baseline. And bases loaded for Edgar. Fletcher Weiland unable to advance in the play, but Brock Maurer gets down to second and Hackle reaches first. No one out. Bases loaded for Lucas Stonke. Stonke 0 for 1 with 2 runs today. Not the start Rib Lake was looking for to this bottom of the third inning. They finally put up a run in the top of the third. This is hit out into center field. And it falls. 1 run scores as Schneider, the pinch hitter, and that looked like it would be caught. All runners had to hold, hence why only 1 run scored on that play. It was just a long run for Burkhart out in center, and it landed. So now bases loaded once again for Jace Affelbach. He's 0 for 1 today with a run. And this is hit high and foul. Third inning and third time through the order now for Edgar. Shutout delivers. And just a bit high, 2-2. That's low, and Affelbach tells Maurer, the catcher's got it, don't come down. Full count now to Affelbach. And that's high over his head, and he draws the walk and bats in the run. Maurer scoring, Hackle to third, Stonke to second, and Affelbach takes first. Bases loaded for Dakota Ellenbecker. Still no one out, 7-1 Edgar. Ellenbecker has scored twice today. Has an RBI. And he jumps back, and that's now 1-1 to the center fielder. It's got the baby blue batting gloves. And this is golfed high into center field. Runners will look to tag. And that's caught. Stonke bluffs, but Hackle able to tag up and score on the sacrifice fly from Ellenbecker. 1 down, runners on first and second for Leighton Shuett. Edgar just relentless in this one so far. You look up at the scoreboard, 2-3-3. And they're may not be done yet this inning. This is hit high could be playable. And Cook unable to get that one. He got over to it, but misread the ball a bit. It was hit very high. Now 0-1 to Shutout. Shutout is 0 for 2 today with an RBI. 2 RBIs. And he hits it down to second. Throw over to Heiser. 2 down, both runners advance. Bring up Gavin Maurer. 1 for 1. Single and a walk. He's been stranded at second both innings. That's a high strike, 0-1. And he hits it high and foul. Out of play. Tower fires in, and that is fouled away. Maurer staying alive. Hit down to third. The throw over to first in time to end the inning. Edgar puts up 3 more runs in the bottom of the third. Sectional Baseball is brought to you by Sheds Delivered.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Welcome back to Athens, home of the Fighting Blue Jays. And I just saw on a sign out front, 27 and 2018. Now I don't know if it said state champions or went to state, but regardless, they were at state baseball 27 and 2018. Some other games we have on our network today. Germantown up 6-2 over Arrowhead. Everest now leads Eau Claire North 6-0. Pacelli and Gibraltar, Washington Island tied up at 2 in the 6th inning. That, of course, another D4 game. Highland and Pittsville, another D4 game. That will be the state clincher game, as they both, Highland beating Boscobel, Pittsville beating Blair Taylor. Top of the 4th now, Edgar up 8-1. The designated hitter, Brevin Brommer, up to the plate with Blake Henderson and Tyler Mataika to follow. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. I'm not sure what the delay is. Something to do with the umpire. Anyway, Affelback looks in and delivers. Fouled away by Brommer. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking. This is hit down to short. And the throw over to Weiland in time. Bring up Blake Henderson, who hit that liner back to Affelback in the second inning. And this is hitting the hole. Single for Henderson. Now I'll bring up Tyler Mataika, 1 for 1 today with a single. Affelback looks back. Fires in. That's hit back to him. He makes the flip over to first. Outmade there. Henderson reaches second. 2 down now for Lucas Cook. A strikeout victim back in the second inning. That is fouled away. A lot of activity going on the Athens track right now. Bikes, frisbees, baseballs. And this is ripped down the third baseline. Coming around. Now's a great throw from Brock Maurer to Gavin Maurer. The Maurer-Maurer connection ends the Rib Lake threat. Bottom of the fourth inning coming up. This game is brought to you by Sheds Delivered.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. New pitcher for Rib Lake, the lefty Seth Borkart. He's coming in from center field. I'll see if in center now is maybe I didn't see that number correctly. I saw number 15, but I don't even see number 15 on the roster. Anyhow, due up for Edgar, Sawyer Weiland, Fletcher Weiland, Brock Maurer. to end that Rib Lake threat, Lucas Cook hit a liner down the third baseline, and the Mauer relay got Henderson out at the plate. That one fouled away. So now Talon Scheitauer moves from pitcher to short, and Slade moves to center field. He was at short previously. So a three-man switch, and then 1 through 3 hitters of Rib Lake. This one hit high and a mile down the third baseline, foul. That hit the top of the wall, just foul out and left by that 315 sign. Sawyer Weiland 0 for 1 today with a walk. This is hit down to third. And caught at first for the first out. Bring up Fletcher Weiland, who is 1 for 2 with a double and a run. That's high, 1-0. ShedsDelivered.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds. All crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids, and get more information at ShedsDelivered.com. Weiland swings for the fences on that breaking ball. He's now down 1-2. And fouled away. Lakewood Credit Union is proud to serve the greater Rib Lake community with checking and savings accounts, flexible loan options for life's needs, and convenient mobile banking. And that strikeout, throw down anyhow, gets the second out of the inning. Bring up Brock Mauer. Lakewood Credit Union, local banking with the personal service you know and love, federally insured by NCUA, equal opportunity lender. So Rib Lake doing something they haven't done today, that is get the first 2 men out. Nice job so far by Seth Borkart, the relief pitcher for the Redmen. That's a swing and a miss. 1-1 to Brock Mauer. Mauer 1 for 2 today, single and a run. That hits the strike zone. 2-2. And staying alive and fouling it away is Mauer. Over in Plover, it's still 2-2, bottom of the 6th inning. And that's a swing and a miss. The throw down to first to get him. And that is the first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game for Rib Lake. Edgar 8, Rib Lake 1. This game is brought to you by Sheds Delivered. Top of the 5th inning coming up after these commercial messages.
Hi, this is Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player, here with a message from Abbey Bank. Abbey Bank is thankful for their customers. Your continued trust means the world. Join them each Friday in June for Customer Appreciation Fridays. Stop into any Abbey Bank location for a free Wisconsin dairy treat. A small way to say thank you and to celebrate June Dairy Month. It's their way of showing appreciation while supporting our hardworking Wisconsin dairy farmers. Abbey Bank, where they make banking about you. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
Take your education out of the classroom and give new spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
Welcome back to Athens, Wisconsin for Division 4 sectional baseball. Edgar 8, Riblake 1. Riblake is sending the top of the order here in the 5th. Slade, Scheitower, Seth, Burkhart, Talon, Scheitower. Affelbach still on the mound for the Wildcats. Winner of this one advances to play Solon Springs Northwood in Game 3, scheduled for 4 p.m. I know of one Division 4 final set. Boscobel will be playing Pittsville, winner advancing to state. Sorry, Highland versus Pittsville. Highland beat Boscobel. And that's a strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for number and choice and cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. Another strikeout from Affelbach. Bringing up Seth Borkart, who came into relief, and that had to feel good for Riblake, putting up a 0 finally on the Wildcats. The lefty reliever, quick work in the bottom of the 4th. Door Pro of Stratford is your complete commercial and residential overhead door sales and service provider. If you need new garage doors or yours isn't working just right and needs an adjustment, stop and see them on Highway 153, just east of Stratford. Give them a call or like them on Facebook. 3-0 count now to the pitcher of Riblake. (3-1) now. Hitters count for Borkart. Affelbach working back in this count, now full. And he works back to get a strikeout. 2 down now. Bring up Talon Scheitower, the starting pitcher, and now a shortstop of Riblake. And a big inning in Plover from Pacelli. They now lead 6-2 over Gibraltar, Washington Island. I saw Edgar and Pacelli play a couple weeks ago now. It was Kelton Opper versus Jace Affelbach, and it was a good one. Good pitchers duel, and Pacelli ultimately took the win. I believe it was 4-2. Count now 2-1 to Scheitower. And that's inside, 3-1. And that's high. Scheitower drawing the walk. Bring up Ethan Cook. 1 for 2 today is Cook. Two down, a runner on first. That breaking ball is a strike. 0-1 to Cook. And that is ripped into right field and caught. Running in was Hackle to make the catch and to end the inning. Edgar 8, Riblake 1. Sectional Baseball brought to you by Sheds Delivered.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. Due up for the Crazy Cats of Edgar, Will Hackle, Luke Stonky, Jace Affelback. Hankey Oil has proudly serving the Riblake area since 1954. Get quality fuels for your farm, home, and forestry needs at Hankey Oil. Wishing the Riblake baseball team the best of luck in today's game. Back in relief is Seth Burkhart. He picked up a couple strikeouts last inning. Made quick work of Edgar, and that bunt attempt high and foul. Hackle is 1 for 2 today with a run. And that hits him. Hackle takes first for the top of the order. Stonky 1 for 3 today with 2 runs and an RBI. A lot of baseball for you today on Zaleski Sports. And I believe later this week we will have a couple audio-only broadcasts of the... And safe in there is Hackle. That was a good throw by Cook. Hackle in there just in time. We'll have a couple audio-only broadcasts, I believe, for state softball over in Madison. For Pacelli and DC Everest, I believe. Some discussion here from Coach Iverson with the umpire. Over in Stevens Point, DC Everest leads Eau Claire North 6-1. And another hit batter. Burkhart pats his chest saying, "That's on me." Back-to-back hit batters leads for 2 men on for Affelback. No one out. Affelback 0 for 1, 2 walks and a run and an RBI. And there just might be a threat of sunshine right now. That is ripped to the outfield. Caught in center, Hackle tagging up. Good throw to get Hackle. Nice relay. Scheitauer over to third. Tag applied by Niemi. Two nice outfield assists in this game so far. One from Maurer, one from Scheitauer. But on the play, Stonke makes second. So now 2 down, runner on second. Ellenbecker with a big cut, 1-1 to the Edgar center fielder. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. 3-1 now to Ellenbecker. He has 2 runs today. His last at bat was a sacrifice fly. Picking up the RBI. That's a big cut. Full count now to Ellenbecker. And that's a strikeout from Burkhart to end the inning. His second inning, allowing no runs. Edgar 8, Rib Lake 1, top of the 6th. After this, it's brought to you by Sheds Delivered.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Whether you need deep sleep, beauty sleep, or just need to sleep it off, Mall Furniture has a huge selection of double-sided comfort sleep mattresses. When it's time for a double, it's no trouble. You'll flip over our great prices. There's 2 great sides to this mattress story, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. It's double-sided or nothing.
Get your perfect comfort sleep mattress from Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
See you on the flip side.
Welcome back to sectional baseball here in Athens. Due up for the Rib Lake Redmen, Brady Heiser, Brevin Brommer, Blake Henderson. Affelbach still on the hill for Edgar. They find themselves up 8-1 here in the top of the 6th frame. Affelbach fires in high, 1-0. Big cut from Heiser on that curveball. Now 1-1 to the first baseman. That's low, 3-1. That hits the outside corner. Heiser nods in agreement. Now full count. And this is hit high, stays in the infield, and caught by Stonke for the first out. Bring up Brevin Brommer, who is 0 for 2 today. And that lands foul. 0-2 now to Brahmer. Congratulations to Edgar on the Edgar boys on a pretty successful state track and field performance. They were the sixth team overall with 28 points. Podiuming in the 4x200. (110 hurdles, 300 hurdles. And that's a strikeout. 2 down now. Jamie Wenzel is your number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Calls Serve Pro like it never happened. 2 down now here in the top of the 6th. But yeah, shout out to Tucker Strite of Edgar, who picked up a couple medals for them over in lacrosse this past weekend. Affelback nods in. And chopped foul, 0-2. And high heat from Affelback. Gets the big swing and a miss. His hat comes off on the play. 3 up, 3 down, bottom of the 6th. After this game is brought to you by Sheds Delivered.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for. Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. Our coverage of Division 4 sectional baseball. Again, this is Dan Lau calling Game 2 for you today. Katie Lecton producing. She called Game 1, in which Sullen Springs Northwood took an 8-6 win over the Castle Guards of Washburn. Shutout, Maurer, Weiland to bat for Edgar here in the bottom of the 6th frame. They lead 8-1 on Rib Lake. Your game changer. They don't have 15 listed. And there's a new pitcher for Rib Lake here. And this is hit high, staying in the infield, and caught. I apologize. We don't have a 15 listed in the scorebook here, so. But 15 is pitching for Rib Lake. If you know who that is, feel free to let me know. We don't have that on. Maybe they made a jersey switch at some point. And that's another quick out. Maurer flying out. Bring up Sawyer Weiland. Weiland is 0 for 2 today with a walk. When you need professional auto service, look no further than J&P Auto Repair in Rib Lake. J&P Auto Repair congratulates Brady and the Rib Lake team and coaches on a great season. You make your community proud. Two and two now to Weiland. And that lands in for a strike. A called third strike to end the 6th inning. Edgar looks to put away Rib Lake. Top of the 7th coming up after this. This one's brought to you by Sheds Delivered.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. Top of the 7th inning, Mataika Cook. Shutout to bat. Affelback still on the mound for Edgar. They would be very thrilled if they can use just one pitcher in Game 1. Leaving the rest of the team available in Game 2. That's hit down to third and thrown down to first. The Weiland to Weiland put out. Nice job by Sawyer, who bobbled it at first and keeping composure, picked it up, made the throw to Fletcher. Quick out for Lucas Cook to bat. Affelback's offering high and away, 1-0. Thank you, everyone, for joining this afternoon, and join us for Game 3. That'll be coming up on this stream will end, and you will see a graphic eventually for Game 3. Most likely Edgar versus Solon Springs Northwood. Winner going to state. (3-0) to Cook. And that's a called strike, 3-1. Fouled away. Hitting the blue shed over at the football field and track. Full count to Cook. And that's a swing and a miss. Maurer down to Weiland, gets him out. And nice job by Affelback. That's not the first time that's happened today. He's worked back from 3-0 to get a strikeout. And it looks like Affelback is out of pitches. So Edgar will have to go to another pitcher, but only for 1 out. They should be thrilled with that. Edgar 8, Rib Lake 1. We'll take a quick commercial message during the warm-up tosses for Stocky. We'll be right back after this.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer. Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Welcome back to Athens. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Lucas Stonke, who had been playing second, will now be pitching for the Wildcats of Edgar, looking to close this one out to send them to game 3. So I think I have the answer here to the 15 thing. Slade Shytower, I believe, is 15. He was listed number 1. Or sorry, he was listed number 11. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this is Slade. This is hit out into center and caught by Ellenbecker. And Edgar wins 8-1 over Rib Lake. And they have a date with Solon Spring Northwood in game 3, which I don't know if they would move that ahead of time or not. They might just wait till 4 p.m. as it was originally scheduled. But we'll have a stream ready for you. We'll bring you Solon Springs Northwood versus Edgar, winner going to state. This has been Dan Lau on play-by-play, Katie Lecton producing. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for game 3 as we have a quick message from Nasonville Dairy. Coming up next is Nasonville Dairy Postgame Show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or at MasonvilleDairy.com. Thank you for joining. Edgar 8, Rib Lake 1, Game 3 coming up after probably around 4 p.m.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.